Question number 12, I hope you read the question. So basically the bigger circle is the incircle of the equilateral triangle. An incircle is a circle that forms inside a triangle and it touches all the sides, and the center of the circle will be the intersection point of all the angle bisectors in the triangle. Since this is an equilateral triangle, the median, the altitude and the angle bisector will all be the same. If we join it from here, this will be the altitude, angle bisector and the median. Now if the side of the equilateral triangle is A, the length of the median will be root 3 by 2A. These are basic properties that you should understand. We will discuss it separately in a video. Equilateral triangle is a very important topic. IIM, CAT, MGNF, bank test and any other quantitative aptitude test will probably ask at least one question based on equilateral triangle, so it's very important. Now the radius of incircle R is equal to A by 2 root 3. This is also another property of equilateral triangle, which means this value is A by 2 root 3. Now if we draw a tangent to this point of intersection between two circles, the smaller and the bigger one, that will be parallel to the base, which means angle will be 60 here, 60 here, and this one is also 60, which means this is a smaller equilateral triangle. So let me mark the points as A, B and C here. So the value of AB will be equal to AC minus BC. AC we know as root 3 by 2A from here, and we know that BC is twice of the radius, so that becomes 2A by 2 root 3, A by root 3. So taking the LCM you will get 3A minus 2A by 2 root 3. So the answer is A by 2 root 3. So basically now the altitude is divided into three parts, A by 2 root 3, A by 2 root 3 and A by 2 root 3. So the altitude of the smaller equilateral triangle from the figure is 1/3 of the altitude of bigger equilateral triangle. So both these triangles are equilateral triangles, which means they are similar. So therefore this 1/3 ratio will remain same for every aspects of each of these equilateral triangle, which means the radius of incircle of the bigger equilateral triangle was A by 2 root 3. Therefore, the radius of the incircle of smaller equilateral triangle will be A by 2 root 3 into 1/3. So that is into 1/3, that is A by 6 root 3. So now all you have to find is the area of smaller circle and the equilateral triangle. Area of smaller circle is equal to pi r square, pi into A by 6 root 3 whole square, and area of equilateral triangle. Area of equilateral triangle will be half BH, base is A, half into A into height is root 3 by 2A. So you will get it as root 3 by 4A square. You have to remember this too. Area of an equilateral triangle is equal to root 3 by 4 A square. So now you find the ratio of both these areas. You will get pi into A square by 36 into 3 divided by root 3 into A square into 4. So A square get cancelled. 4, 9. So it will become pi by 27 root 3. Pi is to 27 root 3 is the ratio. Option C is the answer. Triangle ABC has angles A is equal to 60 degree, A, B, C 60 degree, B is 70 degree, and in center of the triangle is at I. So here it is I. So 60 plus 70 is 130 and an angle C will be 50. So in center is the intersection point of angle bisectors, which means if I join this line and this one, you will get BIC. Since it's the angle bisector, the angle here is 35 and the angle here is 25. So naturally angle BIC will become 180 minus 60, which is option D, 120 degree. Question number 14. How many of the integers 1, 2 up to 120 are divisible by none of 2, 5 and 7? So this is a question similar to solving sets. So we will find the numbers that are divisible by 2, 5 and 7. So number divisible by 2 union number divisible by 5 union number divisible by 7 is equal to number divisible by 2 plus number divisible by 5 plus number divisible by 7. Since there are a lot of intersections between number divisible by 2 and 5, for example, 10 is divisible by both 2 and 5, which means you have to subtract it from this number. That is n2 intersection n5, which means n10, minus n5 intersection n7, which means n35. For example, 35 is divisible by both 5 and 7, minus n14, which involves the numbers which are divisible by both 2 and 7. For example, 28, 56 and so on. And at last you have to add up numbers which are divisible by 2, 5 and 7 together, which means n70. n 2 into 5, 10 into 7, 70. This is because 70 is added here, here and here, but it's subtracted here, here and here, which means 70 is not represented here and you have to add n70. So n2 means 120 by 2, 60. There are 60 numbers which are divisible by 2. n5 means 120 divided by 5, 24. n7 is 120 divided by 7, it will be 17, minus n10, 12, minus n35 is 3, minus n14 plus n70 equal to 120 by 70, you will get 1, so 1. So the final answer will be 84 plus 17, 101 minus 15 minus 23 plus 1. So you will get it as 79. So these are the numbers which are divisible by at least 2, 5 or 7. You have to find out the numbers which are divisible by none of 2, 5 and 7, which means 120 minus 79 is equal to 41. Option A is the answer.